So you're thinking about Welham Girls School for the 2025-26 session. You are in exactly the right place. We are going to break down the entire fee structure for you, from the big annual cost all the way down to the one-time deposits. You'll know exactly what to budget for, and guess what? It's all based on the official school schedule. This is the number one question, right? It's the one every single parent wants to know. In this explainer, we're going to give you a super clear, number-by-number answer so you can plan everything with total confidence. No guesswork here. Okay, before we dive into the numbers, one really crucial point. Every single figure we talk about today comes directly from Weltham's official fee schedule for 2025-26. And this is so important because, finding outdated information on other websites can completely throw your whole financial plan off track. All right, let's kick things off with this single biggest piece of the puzzle, the core annual fee. This is the one you'll be budgeting for year after year. For the 2025-2026 academic year, the annual school fee is set at 10,10,000 rupees. This right here is your foundational cost. It's the main number that forms the base of your budget every single year. And here is a perfect example of why sticking to the official source is so critical. You might stumble across older portals listing the fees somewhere around 9,35,000. But, as you can see, the current official number is quite a bit higher. It just goes to show you how fees get revised and how relying on old data can create a pretty major gap in your budget. Okay, so beyond that recurring annual fee, there's a set of pretty significant one-time costs that you'll need to cover right at the time of admission. Let's break those down right now. So there are 4 key payments to look at here. First up is the admission fee, which is 1,50,000. And it's important to know this one is non-refundable. The biggest chunk is the security deposit at 5,05,000. But the good news is this one is refundable or adjustable when your daughter leaves the school. And finally, you've got a 60,000 rupee Imprets deposit and a 20,000 rupee uniform deposit. So you might be wondering, what in the world is an Impress deposit? Well, think of it like a prepaid expense account just for your daughter. It's there to cover all those little incidental needs that pop up during the school year. Things like supplies or small activity fees. Oh, and it's also really important to remember that the prospectus and registration fees are totally separate from all this. These initial application costs usually run around 20,000 rupees, but you should always confirm the current amount directly with the school when you apply. Okay, here we go. It is time to put all of these pieces together. Let's figure out what a realistic, practical budget for that all-important first year actually looks like. Let's just build this out step by step so you can see exactly how we get to the final number. We'll start with that annual fee of 10,10,000. Then we add the one-time non-refundable admission fee of 1,50,000. Next up is that large but refundable security deposit of 5,05,000. And finally, we'll tack on those 2 smaller deposits for impressed and uniforms, which add up to 80,000 rupees combined. So, what's the grand total? When you add all of that up, you'll see that families should be budgeting for approximately 17 to 18 lakh rupees for the first year. Now keep in mind, this is your baseline. This is before any personal travel or optional activities and trips. So now you've got the numbers. The next logical question is, how do you stay on top of any potential changes down the road? And what are your next steps from here? Let's quickly run through a few common questions. Is Welham a boarding-only school? Yes, it is for classes 6 through 12. Are these fees set in stone forever? Nope, you should expect them to be revised periodically. And as we've already seen, can other websites have different numbers? Absolutely. So use them for a little history, maybe, but not for your actual financial planning. And for scholarships, the official admissions portal is the only place to look for current info. So to wrap it all up, your single source of truth, your one-stop shop for fee information has to be the official school website, welhamgirls.com. And hey, for parents who are thinking ahead to the entrance process, resources like TrueMaths.com are often used for preparation. We've walked through the entire financial roadmap. The numbers are out there, they're clear, and really, this leads to the final and most personal question, the one that only you and your family can answer. With these costs clearly in focus, is this the right investment for your family's future?